What's up, YouTube? Uh, some bullshit sometimes. When you're doing mechanic work, and it's just your side part job or whatever, and it's not like you clock in or anything like that. It's not always guaranteed you're gonna get jobs to do, and it's not always guaranteed that people are gonna want you to do the jobs. I've had people come to me like, oh, I need this done, I need that done. Can you get the parts? Can you take care of it? So, people don't want to take care of getting no parts. That's why they take it to a shop or Pep Boys or their dealers. They just go, they leave it there, and the parts are there. The guys find it all. They do everything. What I like to do sometimes is, since I'm not licensed, I like to tell people, you know what, take it to a shop if you want, get a diagnosis, run it through the computer. Sometimes they're free of charge, and just get back to me with the results. This way we can both tackle it. And a lot of times, sensors, for an example, sometimes you'll have your check engine light on, and when they do the diagnosis with the scanner tool, there'll be like 4 different codes. So it's like 4 different sensors sometimes. That's not always that's not always accurate, I feel. A lot of times what you want to do is clear the code, drive the car normal. As soon as the code comes back again, now take your scan tool and scan it. So a lot of times, all these sensors, they're computerized, right? So if one goes, alright, if this is supposed to tell this sensor to do something, and this sensor to do this one, well, if this first one don't work, then this one says it's not going to work, then this one says it don't work. But it's not always that the 3 of them don't work, it's just the main first one that doesn't work. So, I tell people to do certain things in order to tackle what's wrong, not what shows up wrong. My friend had his car taken to Pep Boys, and he was like, I gotta change 4 sensors, it's about $600, and all this stuff, just for the sensors. I told him to do what he's a coworker of mine, I told him exactly what to do, basically to figure out if it's all 4 or just 1 or 2, whatever the case may be. He don't listen, and either he listens or he just doesn't want to, I don't know, whatever the case may be. But I've had people come up to me and, I need this done, I need that done, when do you have time? I'll be like, I can get I'll get the part for you and we can do it on the weekend. So I do my research, because I don't just go and, alright, I'll do it and just walk into it. I do research on the computer to make sure I know what I'm doing, like what tools to use, all that shit, right? Because I ain't go to school for this, but I have an idea of what the fuck I'm doing. I've had people come up to me. I have people who, whenever something's wrong, they always call me. They rather call me than their mechanics. Because I'm going to give you a reasonable price. I'm not going to rip your head off with the pricing, But I hate when I have people tell me they want to do something, get me during the week, because I work at night, trying to figure out what part it is, or figure out the location of the part, what kind of issues have been with the car, shit like that. I really do my research. And then when it comes down to the fucking day to do it, they don't call me. I call them because they didn't call me. And, yeah, I got another buddy to do it. Oh, I took it to the Honda dealer, they're going to figure it out. Oh, I sold the car. Or we got a brand new car, so we're not going to need to do those repairs. If you get a brand new car, that don't bother me, because you just upgraded. So, alright, now you got a new car. Cool. Good, good for you. But if you tell me you want something fixed, and then later on, you don't call me to let me know you took it to somebody else. You don't call me to tell me that, you'd rather go with somebody else. Thanks for your help or anything like that. You don't do that. That pisses me the fuck off. 1, because the money I'm counting on. 2, I'm putting my own money to buy these fucking parts. And 3, I get stuck with these parts. Like, I could always bring them back, but a lot of times I don't like bringing parts back just because you never know when I'll run into the same situation with a different car, with a different person, and I'll have the part. So it doesn't really bother me much. It just gets to me because it's like, you could have just told me. You could have called me. Like, I had somebody, we were, back and forth talking about fixing her daughter's car. and it was like Tuesday, Wednesday. We were going back and forth of trying to figure. She's trying to figure out. She has a family, I think, and other people. So they tell her, and then she comes to me, and then I do the job. Fine. So she's telling me, I was like, all right, find out the exact name, because a lot of things that you guys need to know when you're dealing with mechanics and you want to get the right thing done. Know what the fuck is wrong with your car. Know the words, you got to know your vocabulary, because if not, the mechanic will just be like, it doesn't sound right to you, or it could be 3 different parts of one main component. Like when it comes to fuel and emissions, like there's a canister, there's a solenoid, and there's a purge. All that is all, goes all into one. It's for the fuel, right? But if you don't tell me which part, I can either get the whole part or just get one thing from the part, and know what the fuck you're talking about. Shop around. Another thing that gets me mad is when certain people, think that because they are females or because they are not knowledgeable, that they're gonna get ripped off. It's possible. Some people do take advantage of females, or not females, just people in general who don't know shit about cars. I don't do that. I let them know exactly what the fuck it is, what it works, how it does it, so they have an idea of it, so they know that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So giving that excuse that, I don't know much about cars, or I'm a female, they're gonna rip me off because fuck that. I can't stand hearing that. Like, if I was a female, trust me, and there was a job being done to my car that's like $400 or something, trust me, I'll sweet talk that nigga until that shit comes down to like half, if that. You know what I mean? You gotta work with what you got. I walk into a lot of places, and when I don't know about something wrong with my car, before I used to be like, oh, what's wrong? Like, I used to go in there act stupid, illiterate, like I didn't know what the fuck anything was. And of course they would tell me, and I'd come back, and I know what it is, and I'd do my own research, and I'd fix it myself. Is it cheating? Because I'm actually getting somebody else to tell me what's wrong and then coming back? Not always, because not always can the mechanic actually tell me what's wrong. Plus, a lot of times they like to tell me, oh, well, if you gotta change this, you gotta change this, that, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll save the money and I'll come back. I'm not stupid. They want to beat you in the head. I'm just trying to fix shit. So, I don't know. But if you have your own mechanic on the side, if you don't trust it, because a lot of people, I think, is what it is with me, that they don't trust me. I tell them straight off, I didn't go to school for this. Alright? I learn as I go. I learn from experience. And I learn teaching myself. So if you come to me, it's because you have some kind of trust in me. You have confidence in me that I will get the fucking job done, or at least point you in the right direction. Because there's been a lot of people come to me, I diagnose their car, try to fix it, and if it doesn't work well, I'm like, look, I'm gonna take you over to somebody else, or I'll help you figure out the problem. But I can't stand when people just like look at me like if I don't really know what I'm doing. And it's been like that for years. Most of all my life. When it comes to mechanics, even in car audio, a lot of people I feel think that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about or what I do. I don't have the big, the big machineries that shops do and shit. But I can do with what I work with. So if you got a mechanic and you're going to tell him you're going to do something and you change your mind in the middle, just give the motherfucker a call. He might get as mad as I am right now and just be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm not going to pick up. And I had the person try to call me and I didn't pick up. I was not trying to, I don't want to hear it. You went somewhere else. Should have never told me to get the part. Or at least give me a heads up that you're planning on going. Tell your mechanic whatever if you don't want to fuck with him. You plan on going somewhere else. This way, he has an idea. He frees himself to do whatever fuck he wants and not waiting around. Because waiting around for a job, counting on the money for that job, counting on the experience you're going to get from doing it, and then nothing, that shit pisses me the fuck off. So instead of me being outside working, I'm home doing shit. So, shout outs to all y'all watching my videos. I know this is some bullshit rant, but it just gets me mad. So just letting y'all know, if y'all got a mechanic and you just decide to go to somebody else, call that dude up and let him know. Even if he's an asshole to you, even if you didn't like how he was talking to you the first time you met him or whatever, quick call, yo man, decided to go with someone else. Alright, cool. Unless he's a real dick, then fuck, you don't have to call nobody back. But if you told someone you're gonna do something with them, that person call them back. Especially if they're your mechanic. Peace.